Train, and we're back with another action-filled video. Maybe not action, but knowledge-filled. There we go, knowledge-filled video. Today, I want to talk about healthy food and unhealthy food. I mean, as a former fat boy, I was still a fat boy. Let's be honest, we're kicking 205 today. That's what the scale says. A little water weight, but I love food. I love eating, and I'm sure you love eating too. Because when you just eat some good food, there's nothing like a good meal. Whatever, getting too into it. But let's talk about healthy food and unhealthy food, because there's a world of a difference, a lifetime of a difference between the two. So when it comes to healthy foods, these are foods that are going to help you live longer. I mean, they're like, I guess if it was a superfood, they'd be a superfood compared to like unhealthy foods. So you can break them into like two main categories, from healthy to unhealthy. We can go from processed to unprocessed food. So when we say unprocessed, it's like, I guess the word would be not man-made. So like not a lot of human influence. They usually would go bad pretty quickly without like the right kind of conditions to preserve them. So think like a piece of fruit. You know, you can leave a piece of fruit on your counter for so long, and then it's gonna start going bad. It's gonna grow mold. It's gonna decompose. A potato, the same thing. You leave a potato, they start growing roots. That's an example of something that's unprocessed. It's not preserved. Doesn't really have that many added chemicals. Kind of stuff varies by where you get your food, and there's still some kind of pesticides and stuff we still use when we grow food, whatever. But so for the most part, fruits and vegetables, stuff that goes bad without needing to be saved, that's unprocessed food. When we get to processed food, that's stuff like TV dinners. There's applesauce. You're not gonna find this applesauce in the wild, and if you do, you probably shouldn't pick it up and eat it. Whatever. But the processed food, they go bad most of the time, but they have a much longer expiration date than this food normally would in the wild. I had an oatmeal cream pie the other day. I found an oatmeal cream pie. I'll tell you guys, I don't know if I want to tell you guys because you might judge me, but I found it somewhere, and it's been there a while, and there was no mold on there. Like I look at it like I could take a bite out of this, but I'm not going to. But it was just sitting there in the plastic, happy and unmolded. This is processed food. So these foods have some kind of additive, some kind of chemical. Something is put in them to change the composition, the flavor, the purpose it serves, or the utilitarian, so like the use, so it lasts longer, so it doesn't go as bad, so it can be stored, so it can be transported. Processed foods are changed somehow. So we even have processed meats. Bacon is a processed meat. You're not gonna go in the wild and find bacon. I mean, you're gonna find the pig that makes the bacon, and get your flat, but you're not gonna find slices of bacon. You're not gonna find ground beef. You're not gonna find, I don't know, you might find a boneless chicken breast. I don't know, your chicken breasts have bones in them. But, so these are some of the examples between processed and unprocessed foods. Now, when it comes to like how they affect your body, let's put it like this. Human body evolution, we all know about natural selection and evolution and how we kind of evolve over thousands of years to suit our environment. Well, a lot of these new chemicals, new additives, and the preservatives in these processed foods, these things, our bodies did not grow to, or did not evolve, adapt to intake them, or even intake them at the levels we are taking them. And so sometimes they can have detrimental effects. How big? Go consult a doctor. That's not my specialization. I just know they can be negative. But these unprocessed foods, or these processed foods, they have these additives our bodies aren't used to. And so when we talk about healthy or unhealthy, it's healthier to err on the side of caution and to eat less processed foods, more unprocessed, more stuff like fruit, more meat, more plants, vegetables, grass, all that good stuff. Yeah, I say grass. We're eating grass now. But all this stuff doesn't have those additives and those chemicals in there they have the stuff that our body evolved to break down and to use for energy, and the stuff that our bodies are used to. So that's the difference pretty much between processed and unprocessed. Processed foods don't typically go bad that fast. They are made to last. They have some kind of additive chemical for flavor to change the purpose of the food. Whereas unprocessed, Realistically, I could probably go outside somewhere around here and find an apple. I live near a lot of farmland, so apples, fruits, that kind of stuff grows outside. That kind of stuff is unprocessed. It's not touched or altered by people to a significant degree. That's the kind of food we want to be eating, unprocessed, because it's easier on our bodies. Outlaw done.